guys, it's Nassim here. Now, ever since the Galaxy S22 has come out, many of us have been concerned as to whether or not we should get the S22 or the S21 FE. And in this video, I wanted to break down what each phone was good at based on various stages of use so that you can get an idea of which phone is actually better in terms of value. Now, the Galaxy S21 FE and S22 are two phones that really have a lot in common. Both have suitable hardware complemented with the same look. Both support the latest versions of One UI along with Android 12. Both have really good displays that offer a premium visual experience, and both phones have much cheaper prices when compared to other phones in their respective categories. But looking at them from an individual standpoint, there are things that each phone was better at. The Galaxy S22 has a better looking display, a more premium build, and a much more compact size. And the Galaxy S21 FE had many more valuable advantages. It had a much bigger display and build. It had a much better battery. Its plastic bag made it more durable in the long run. And the most important factor was it has a much cheaper price. So even though both of these phones have had many things that were good, they both had their downsides when it came to many different things. And today we will be taking a look into what each has to offer so that it can help you make a decision on which one is actually worth it. So I will be comparing the Galaxy S22 and S21 FE based on 5 different categories, starting with display, software, battery, speakers, and last but not least, cameras. And now the first thing that I wanted to look at when comparing the Galaxy S22 to the S21 FE was the display. Now the Galaxy S22 has a 6.1 inch dynamic AMOLED display, and the S21 FE has a 6.4 inch dynamic AMOLED display that are very similar in comparison when it comes to the overall feel of them. Even when we look at the refresh rate of each phone, the 120Hz on the S22 didn't really feel that much smoother since the FE's 120Hz did so well. So as far as overall smoothness, I would say that the S22 had a slight edge because the screen felt a little bit more premium, but I enjoyed it as much as I did with the S21 FE. And when it comes to haptics, the S22 did a better job than the S21 FE because there were some times where my S21 FE would lag whenever I tried to scroll through the OS. So as far as haptics, the S22 is much more responsive, but the S22 also has some heating issues that causes it to slow down. So there were many times where it will lag, but when both phones are fine, the S22 definitely wins. Now when it comes to the size of the displays, I can't really give a true winner to this one because size is based on preference. Some people think that 6.4 inches is too big. Some people think that 6.1 inches is too small. But I will say that in terms of viewing experience, I prefer the S21 FE since I got much more screen real estate. And even when some of the video was cut out, it still showed much more than the S22. And I pretty much had the same opinion when it came to brightness. Both the S21 FE and S22 had really bright screens that were very easy to see whenever the sun was shining, and both phones' auto brightness worked really well. And now the final thing that I really liked about both the S22 and the S21 FE's display was the fact that they had really great resolution. Both phones had nice and vibrant colors, both phones had sharp displays, and both phones gave me an overall great experience. So that I would say in terms of resolution when watching videos, it was pretty much tied. And to give you guys an idea of my experience with each phone, here are some examples of me playing games and watching videos.
Trainer came over and he says, I'm fine. I think he just feels more comfortable changing into a different pair of shoes. And a tire change after one lap. Butler with some room service. And the Heat with their first field goal. Lowry in transition. Off the clutch. Blocked and followed by Bam.
Now the next thing that I want to look at when comparing the Galaxy S22 to the S21 FE was the software. Now when it came to software, I would say that both the S22 and S21 FE perform really well, but this is where I encounter some problems because unlike the S21 FE, the S22 has some heating issues that made it a pain to use. Whenever the S22 wasn't hot, it was able to handle the software much smoother, the animations were better, and I still would get some lags here and there, but it was much less often. But when it came to the S21 FE, there will be times where the OS was laggy. Like I will be normally using my phone and it will freeze on me when trying to swipe, so I will have to restart my phone just to use it again, and this will usually happen once every 2 months. And when it comes to how the software runs on heavier apps, I surprisingly had less problems with the S21 FE. Like for some reason my S22 would get hot and lag really heavy when I was playing games on it and doing tricks, but my S21 FE was able to handle the games really well, which was really surprising to me. But if I'm being honest, both of these phones still had bugs from time to time, but the S22 was much worse because it would get hot much more often whenever I was outside, whenever I played a heavy game, and whenever I was charging it. And the S21 FE had its lagging problem, but besides that, the software was still pretty much smooth and much better than when it first released. And now the next thing that I wanted to look at when comparing the Galaxy S22 to the S21 FE was the battery. Now the battery on the S21 FE was much better for me when I was using both phones on a day-to-day basis. It was able to last me all day with about 4 to 7 hours of on-screen time, and my S22 would give me 3 to 5 on a consistent basis. And with the S22, I went in my days with about 3% battery left if it wasn't dead, and with the S21 FE, the battery would be on 20%, which was much better. Also, I didn't really use power saving mode for this test, so the S21 FE is much better when it comes to pure performance. And when it came to charging speeds, both the S22 and S21 FE were pretty much the same. The fast charging did okay. I would usually charge them overnight, but whenever I charge them during the day, even after 30 minutes, they usually be on 40%. So overall, I would say that the battery on both phones were different. And if you're someone who is looking to get the S22 or S21 FE, then the S21 FE is a much better buy and will last you longer. And now the next thing that I wanted to look at when comparing the Galaxy S22 to the S21 FE was the speakers. Now when it comes to bass, I would say that the S21 FE speakers were slightly better. It made listening to songs a bit more enjoyable. The S22s was still pretty good, especially when compared to the S21 FE, but it didn't really hit as hard. The sound quality on both of them were really good. The music sounded nice, the videos were loud and clear, and the speakers overall enhanced my viewing experience because they were just that good. And to give you guys an idea of how both speakers sound, I wanted to play a video so that you can see just how loud they are.
Electronic show in Las Vegas. Are we all going to that or just the studio guys? No, Kobe at 3. Kobe. Catch and shoot. A 4-point play. A 4-point play. Fun watching this Laker team this year. Stutter step for Bryant. He's in complete control. What a pass. Score it. D'Angelo Russell. Again, Kobe having fun. They're on their feet at Staples Center. Electronic show in Las Vegas. Are we all going to that or just the studio guys? No, Kobe at 3.
And now the final thing that I want to look at when comparing the Galaxy S22 to the S21 FE was the cameras. Now the cameras on the S22 and S21 FE were very different when it came to the spec sheet. The S22 has a 50 megapixel main camera backed by a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens, and the S21 FE has a 12 megapixel main backed by a 12 megapixel ultra wide, but I still wanted to show you how each of them did. Now heads up, one thing that I'm realizing is that people's views on cameras are sometimes subjective, because me and my friends were arguing which camera was able to take better photos. I sided with the S21 FE at times, and they sided with the S22 at times, but I wanted to let you guys decide because both cameras are great, and your opinion may differ from mine. Like right here, when you see the outside daytime photos, I will say that they were really good pictures that turned out really well. The skies were very vibrant yet color accurate. The trees and other aspects of nature were very sharp. My face looked pretty color accurate, especially when compared to last year's version where it would look light at times. And the overall vibrancy of the outside pictures were pretty great to no surprise. And now when we look at the inside daytime photos, I would say that these were also really great. Like right here, you can see that there was no graininess no matter how dark it got, and my selfies were top notch when compared to other phones. The quality got much better, the sharpness was still great, and the colors were very accurate, which definitely redeemed the camera overall. And when it came to video quality, both phones were great within their respective categories, and to give you guys an example, here's some videos that I took on it. So here's my final question. Should you buy the Galaxy S22 or the S21 FE? Well, in my honest opinion, I think that most people should side with the S21 FE because when it comes to value, it's a much better phone and it doesn't cost nearly as much. So the S21 FE is a clear winner for me. And there it is, you guys. My comparison between the Galaxy S22 and the S21 FE. Now, let me know down below. Do you think that the Galaxy S21 FE is a better phone in terms of value? Let me know. And if you guys made it to the end of this video, I'd like to say thank you for sticking around. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It'll be very appreciated. And as far as social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.